Yo, my peoples, what's up? My name is Jason, and I am guesting here on the One Stop Co op Shop once again. Thank you to Mike and Colin and Peter and everybody else involved in this wonderful channel for giving me the opportunity to hone my skills, continue to provide playthroughs. You may see some more of these coming down the pike, so I'll definitely keep you guys in touch about that. Today, though, we have a really, really fun game. This is Endangered. Endangered is a cooperative game for 1 to 4 players. Game of Survival by Joe Hopkins, published by Grand Gamers Guild. The Kickstarter is live on August 11th. It is called New Species. There will be lots and lots of more scenarios. You get 2 scenarios in the base box. You can buy a 3rd one, and apparently you're going to be able to get lots and lots more scenarios. Definitely going to take a look at that one for myself because I really enjoy this game. You are an environmentalist in this game, and you will be managing saving animals, right? So the animals are going to be running around on a grid-like board. And they're going to be, deforested or pollution's going to come down. You have to keep the animals alive, all while, a cooperative game, short term, long term. The short term is, saving some beasties, and the long term is, there will be some ambassador cards that will give you variable winning conditions. So a little bit of variety there. The core mechanical thrust of the game is a dice placement game. So dice placement, you'll be placing dice and activating actions and coordinating and cooperating and do all sorts of fun stuff. So without further ado, let me go get you to the table and take a look at Endangered before the Kickstarter launches, again on August 11th. All right, let's go to the videotape. All right, welcome to the table. We are going to play a game of Endangered. So what I have laid out in front of you guys is the basic scenario, which is tigers. Look at the little tiger beeples right over here. I love these things. I'm going to put it back over here. They are mating. They are kissing. Do tigers kiss? I have no idea. But in my game, tigers kiss. All right. So what you are trying to accomplish in the game, and this is all the scenarios, right? So you have tigers. The base game also comes with sea otters. You can also buy a scenario which includes pandas, which I will be buying because I think this game is really fun. So this is the tiger scenario. What you're basically trying to do is you have your characters over here, and I'll introduce you to them in a second. You're trying to take actions, right? And this is where the dice come in. You see these dice over here. You're going to be rolling them and placing them on this side. These are action spaces, and you're going to be trying to, as best you can, save the forest, save the animals. One of the lose conditions is losing all of the animals. And you're trying to fulfill victory conditions that are actually set on these cards on top. I'll show you those in a second. Okay, so like I said, the core of the game is rolling dice. So each character has a set of dice for themselves. They're just 1 to 6. It doesn't really matter. It's just for color coordination's sake. So I have chosen 2 characters over here. The first character that we're going to be playing is the philanthropist. And because I'm me and I like to have fun with these playthroughs, I am going to say that this character's name is Avarasala. Avarasala is actually a character in one of my favorite books, also a TV show called The Expanse. And she is a wealthy, a well-to-do socialite who has educated in Oxford, and she wants to, give her money back. She wants to save the whales. She wants to save the planet, and she wants to use her influence with powerful people in order to preserve as much of the wildlife as she can. So she's definitely highfalutin and all that good stuff. So each character also has a deck of cards. The deck of cards, those will be coming into play. So obviously we start with a hand of 2. Some of those cards actually become additional action spaces, which are those 2 cards over here at the end. Each character contributed another action card at the very, very beginning of the game. So I have more spaces in order to go and accomplish or place my dice and accomplish actions. Each character also comes with a particular power. This one, Gala Foundation, once per turn. You may discard a card from your hand to collect $1 million, which the $1 million are over here. So you see, she is a wealthy socialite. She is going to spend all of her money to save whatever she can save. Okay, so then I have another character over here. He is, because I have Avarsala over here, I'm going to call him Holden. He's a little bit more rough around the edges. He likes to get in the muck and mire. He likes to make sure them tigers are doing good. Gets up and close. He's not afraid of them or anything like that. And he comes with a special power. His special power, once per turn. There we go. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus over here. Once per turn, you may remove one influence from an ambassador to add one animal to an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. There's a lot of game terms over here. So influence are these green cubes. I will be putting those green cubes up top. This is the win condition. These are the ambassadors. So I'll show you guys over here. I'm not going to flip over the card because these are supposed to be secret. And they represent different leaders. Imagine like you're, gathering data, and you're making a report for the UN. And these are representatives at the UN, and they each need a certain thing to happen on the board. And I don't know what that is so far, but they need to happen in order to vote yes on some kind of environmental action. I need to impress 4 out of these 6 people. So obviously I have a guy over here who takes influence away from these characters. Influence cards are over here, but it is in service of populating the board. So populating the board, let's get to that. These are the tigers. This is the mating pairs. The card mentioned mating pairs. After every player turn, another tiger is going to shoot out. Oh, yay, here comes another tiger. Oh, love is in the air. And he's going to do whatever he can to keep as many tigers as possible. One of the ways in which you can lose the game is by having all of the tigers eliminated. That's not going to happen on my watch. I'm going to make sure those tigers mate and have a good time and populate the earth. All right. Okay, so the game is going to proceed in rounds. So this is the character year 1. Each character gets a turn. I'm going to be, kind of moving them along. At the end of the game, you notice this 2 character over here. More players, less rounds. During these 2 years is when I'm going to evaluate whether the ambassadors like what I'm doing enough to finish the game. I have that many rounds to accomplish what I have to accomplish. All right, so just general random stuff, more ways in which you can lose the game because it's a cooperative game. Lots of ways to lose. So here is a stack of deforestation tiles. So those are going to be coming out after every turn, after every player turn, kind of make things a little bit more difficult for me. And speaking of making it more difficult for me, there's the impact deck. I'm probably going to have to cut the camera over to show when the impact deck actually leaves static effects out. So that's basically an event deck that will kind of harry me. Not a lot of good cards come out of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin taking a player turn, and I'm going to cut between each of these 2 characters just so I have a lot of room down here and you guys can see what's going on. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's make it happen. All right, so let's get started with a game of Endangered. So first things first, this is the turn marker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here just to indicate that Avarsala is taking a turn once I reintroduce Holden. So Holden, I've cleared out both of them. I usually would have, kind of both characters in front of me. And by the way, you cannot play solo. You can only play two-handed, but it's not that bad. I don't think, two-handing this game. So I'm going to be kind of switching back and forth between Holden and Avarsala. Okay, so Avarsala the socialite is going to try to begin her quest to save, I don't know where we are, the Serengeti perhaps, try to save them from mean old capitalists who are trying to despoil the land. Okay, gonna roll. Okay, actually that is a good roll for the first player. So the way that game works is I get to put dice over. Sorry about that. I get to put dice over on the individual cards, and the follow-up player if they want to place it in the same spot, they have to roll 1 higher if it's a 3+ player game, 2 higher if it is a 2-player game. So if I put a 1 over here and Holden wanted to go over here, actually this one is an open space, so I'm going to put it over here. This is planned. Lets me play a card, which I'm definitely going to want to do. at certain points. So if Holden wanted to go, he would need a 3 in order to go to this spot or any other spot. So rolling low is definitely a good thing for Avara Sala. So the first thing I know I'm going to do, because she's a socialite and she wants to, start to build up her reserves of that liquid gold, that things that makes the world go round, money. So this comes right out of her deck. I'm going to put that here, and she is going to begin gathering some money. Also, as I showed you before in the intro, this is the card that says once per turn, she can discard a card from her hand to collect another $1 million. So she is going to do just that. I'm going to take adopt an animal. She's not going to adopt any animals. Go ahead and discard that one and get another $1 million. And I'll be using that throughout the game. There's no like end game thing about money, at least, that I know of. There might be something on top over here. I just want to be able to eventually, here's my money over here. Big wads of cash. Eventually going to be able to kind of fire off some of these cards and do special effects. All right. So I have 2 more things that I can do. I have this card called Charity. Play take an action, gain $1 million, and then the philanthropist of Arsala over here would gain $1 million if Holden did it. I think this is a good card. I like having a lot of money. There's a lot of different uses for money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that action that I pointed out before. So this is play a card. I know it's a little bit hard to read that from here, but take my word for it. It says play 1 card from your hand, straight up, boom. I am going to take Charity and I'm going to add it to the action row. Holden may or may not be enjoying that for now. Note, so Avara Sala really wants to start influencing the top up here, but there is no basic action that says that added influence. So she's kind of stuck. So what I'm going to do, because she really wants to dig through a deck and get that card in order to be able to influence people, she's going to go to social media campaign. This says gain $1 million or draw 1 card. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to draw a card. I got volunteers. She has no time for volunteers. So that's a useless card. Especially since I already have a copy of volunteer over here. The power on volunteer says discard both this volunteer card and an active persistent impact card. That's one of the nasty cards over here. It's actually a really good card. I just imagine Avara Sala has no time for grubby volunteers. Okay, so that is her turn. She has used all 3 of her actions. Now we go through the different stages. There's a couple things that happen. Okay, so first thing I do is the offspring phase. So the mating pairs are going to mate. And how that works is I'm going to roll this die. And if I get a 3 or below, so I have 2 mating pairs plus 1, so the goal is 3. If I had 5 mating pairs, then I would just automatically do it because, I can't roll higher than 6. If I had 1 mating pair, then and everybody was gone, then it would just be, 2, basically. Okay, so we're going to roll. That is a 5. That is the Lions do not sleep tonight. They are not going to be doing anything. Okay. So then another thing that I do is deforestation. So you notice I did not explain the dice on the sides. That determines which areas get deforested after every player turn. So then I get to choose a row or a column. And I'm going to choose a row or a column with not many tigers because I don't want deforestation to just plop on their faces. So I'm going to choose row 6, and I have to roll to see which space. 6. Okay, so it managed to avoid the tiger over here. But if I had rolled a 5, it would just I would have landed over there and taken out this tiger, which is a terrible thing. Also, this is not a great place to be because if it rolls a 6, then it would move over and crush the tiger as well. So I'm probably going to want to do something about that pretty soon. Okay, so cooperative game. So more bad stuff is happening. I'm going to pull from the impact deck. All right, so any instant impact, save the tigers. Any one player may pay $3 million to discard one active persistent impact. This would have been nice a little bit later. And I'll, kind of reveal something about my strategy. I know a couple of these cards are in here, and I know they help you get rid of persistent impacts, which is why I want a Varsala to start piling up money so that she can get rid of persistent impacts, among other things. So just going to discard that over there. That is a full player turn. Let's go and introduce Holden, who will be... I'll be taking his turn now. All right, here he is, Holden, ready to... where Varsala focused her turn on fabulous wealth. Holden is going to try to get as many of the tigers mating and populating as much as possible. So definitely going to address this situation here first. He can't use his power because there are no influence cubes, and I don't have, once again, his hand does not have any way to generate influence, but he's going to let Varsala take care of that. He's going to focus on the animals. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, the roll. Ooh, that's actually a terrible roll for the last player, because their dice tend to need to be higher. But because of Varsala put out an extra option, I'm probably going to take advantage of that, and also do some other stuff. But the one thing I know I want to do, because it's always good to get as many cards out, as many action options as possible. I'm going to place that 6 over here. So 6 is obviously greater than 1, so I can do that. Cannot place the 1 next to that 1. It had to be higher. All right, so I want to play this card, which is Mating Habits. Add 1 animal to an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. Ho, baby. Oh, can you feel the love? How would I sing that in Holden's voice? Can you feel the love tonight? Yeah, all right. So we are going to... so it says add 1 animal to an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. Adjacent is always orthogonal. So I'm going to just add lions. Definitely make that happen. Okay, and then the last thing... Oh, I forgot a couple things. One, I need to add this to the turn marker. Second, as part of the upkeep phase last turn for Varsala, she drew a card. And I'm going to be drawing another card for Holden at the end of his player turn. Okay, so I'm back on track. So he has 1 left. He doesn't have too many options. He could go to Charity, which Varsala played, and she's calling him up and saying, "Oh, I've put out the charity. Go visit while you're in the. Get out of the forest. Get out away from those animals, and you want to go visit the charity so that we can get some money going." And the zoologist likes the idea, but he says, "Nope. I would rather get these animals mating and flourishing." So what he's going to do, he's going to go on the space called relocate. Very simple, move an animal a space. Going to get the animal away from the deforestation tile. So there's a couple of reasons I did that. One, I wanted an improved roll so that I have a better chance of spawning more tigers, which means, just kind of like better for everybody. The other reason I did it is the space over here called replant. Someone can pay 1 million and then remove a deforestation tile that is not adjacent to an animal. So if the animal was here, I wouldn't be able to remove that with this card. But now that I've moved the animal away, there is nothing adjacent to the deforestation tile. So in a future turn, I wanted to get rid of it. I have a better chance of doing so. Okay. All right. So let us try to get some love going. All right. These animals. Yes. So he did. So he could have. This succeeded because even if there was 2 mating pairs, if this had been a 4, it would have been a success because there's 3 mating pairs. So good. All right, we're gonna definitely keep that going over here. All right. So a couple things happened. Number one, this guy kind of pops out over here. I'm gonna choose this mating pair, and then fun times over here. Once the tiger finishes mating, I think this is like, I don't know anything about animals, guys. I'm from New York City. Who knows about animals? I'm going to move this. The male tiger moves away. So one of the tigers is going to move and basically spread out. So We're definitely going to need Holden on top of like kind of herding them together, keeping the mating pairs going. So then kind of make that all happen. All right. So that was a very, very successful offspring turn. So let's go to deforestation. Once again, I'm going to try to pick a row or column that only has one tiger to kind of minimize the potential damage. I'm going to pick this one, row 1, and I roll. Okay, I'm going to get a deforestation tile on 4. Boom. I am going to want to eventually start dealing with those too. Okay, the last thing I do, or the second to last thing I do is the impact deck. Instant impact, tiger sighting. This triggers a variety of persistent impacts. If there are none, pull the next card. Persistent impacts are the things that stick around. So this is kind of a trigger for those instant impacts. Discard that. Another tiger sighting. That's actually pretty good. I'm getting those out of the deck right now. All right. Oh, no. Logging permit. Oh, this was a bad one. Okay. So then find both clear cutting cards, put them into play if they aren't already. Check the discard pile. I don't have anything in the discard pile. Sorry, but it's not really getting successful getting the camera to focus on that. But yeah, okay. So we're going to find the clear cutting cards. All right. Did not anticipate this coming up so early, so I am going to sing the song of looking in the deck to distract me. And distract you. And Holden is going to sit there and he's going to say, what's going on here? Why are all these loggers all of a sudden they're going to show up? So I have 2 clear cutting cards. And what clear cutting does is when I do get a tiger sighting, I roll for 1 more deforestation. So obviously clear cutting thematically, I'm going to just get all sorts of deforestation, which threatens the animal. So I'm definitely going to want to deal with those as soon as I can. Okay. So last thing I do, draw a card. Okay, I now have 2 cards in my hand, and that is 1 full round of. I forgot the name of the game. I'm so immersed. The game of Endangered. So I'm going to move this down, and actually Holden is going to start. And actually, I will be able to just kind of like continue the recording because it goes into year 2 and Holden is going to start. All right, so I get to clear all the dice. And I'm going to roll. Okay. High, but I think I have enough to do that is not involving, us going to the same spaces that, okay. Yeah, I think I have enough to do. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. So yeah, these are high rolls. Avarsala definitely won't be able to go to the spaces where I go this turn. So, because this charity space benefits Holden more than benefits Avarsala, Avarsala will not go to charity. I'm going to just do that right now. All right, I'll go to your party. It sounds really important, but you got to do that. Okay, so I get 2, 1 for you, and 1 for Avarsala, which is what the charity effect is. Okay, let's see. I definitely want to keep more mating pairs going. So we're going to go to mating habits. There's no way Avarsala is going to sully her dice on that space. She can, of course. She can do whatever she wants. I just wanted to, get a little bit of flavor in there. Okay, so I can add a tiger next to a mating space. Okay. So I'm not really thinking through the geometry of this stuff, but that's okay. Right. Oh, actually, I'm going to put it here. And then I am going to make the animals move. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to make the animals move, actually. Because I have that mating habits card out, so I don't have to maximize, the mating pairs. I can just kind of like use that card to get the mating pairs out, so I don't have to like just keep the mating pairs going. What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to do this card, Volunteer. Volunteer says, I think I showed this to you guys before, but just as a reminder, discard both this and one active persistent impact card. Get out of here, loggers. She chained herself up. She made a big stink. The lady that's over here, she got herself on the nightly news, and she showed the evil of the corporation. We'll call them Shinra. Shinra's coming in. If you guys remember Final Fantasy, you guys are playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Shinra's coming in. They're trying to deforest the entire land. No way, not on my watch. So we actually discard this card, and we also discard one of the clear cuttings. So, but that dice actually remains spent, so that's fine. So actually, I was able to make. Where's my 5? There it. Oh my god. You ever have those times where you're trying to find a face and you just like flip it 17 times, you can't find the face? It just happened to me. Okay, so that actually ended up pretty good because I went to a couple of spaces that I know Varsala is not going to go to, which is part of the cooperation of the game. If I had rolled lower, I might have done a couple different choices, but I was kind of hamstrung, so I made the best that I could, and I think I did pretty good. I still don't know what will influence the guys up here, and I still haven't pulled any of those cards that allows me to know. So the card that I pulled for Varsala does not let me do that. Okay, so let's finish the mid-round stuff. Okay, that's a 5. I do not get any additional tigers, but actually I only have 4 tigers left in the supply, so it's not even that big a deal. Okay, so I'm going to pick this row again. I'm going to hope that my poor tiger up there doesn't die. Ooh, those foresters are getting real close. Don't want that. And the impact. Tiger sighting. The tiger, yep. So I do have a persistent impact out. It's clear cutting. So just as a reminder, clear cutting says when a tiger sighting card enters play, roll for 1 more deforestation. Definitely going to want. I'm glad I got rid of that one. Otherwise, I would have had to do that twice. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to just concentrate them all up there and just hope for the best. Ooh, wow. This tiger's like dodging. This tiger's definitely dodging, but he is doomed unless I can move, which Varsala is not going to be doing on her turn. So that tiger is definitely doomed. All right, so let me go on to Varsala's turn. And finish that off. All right, we are going to Varsala's second turn in round 2. We are going to put that marker. I don't really need to do that in a solo game. Just want to demonstrate what you guys would do, maybe in a 2-player game, just to kind of keep track of who's gone and all that kind of stuff. All right, so what does she want to do? Okay, so that card that I had forgot to pull in the last recording, but that I made up for off camera, she pulled green companies. So as an action, the philanthropist pays 1 million, and then either anybody can do this, the philanthropist or whoever, can draw 1 card and add 1 influence to 1 ambassador, which is excellent. I finally got a card that lets me add influence to the ambassador. I'm going to play that. Hold on. I know I'm going to play it, so I just got a little bit ahead of myself. Okay. So I rolled my dice. I placed on the plan card, and now I can play it. Okay. A little bit of a bear because there's a lot going on the board. I still have clear cutting out here. But I think for the long-term health of the game, I think I need to kind of play those cards, open up more actions, and then kind of, maybe rely on one of those cards that says, I pay 3 million to get rid of the second clear cutting. Maybe I'll do that. She has 4 million sitting here. She's about to have 3, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. So what she's going to do is, so she's going to play her second die on green companies. The Varsala is going to pay 1 million. She's down to 3. And she is going to draw a card from her deck. I should have just put her deck over here. Here's her deck over here. The card is Go to Work. Gain 2 million. There's already a copy of that out there. So you can have multiple copies. You can have as many cards in this pile as you want. So that's fine. That seems to be like discard fodder, but that's okay. And the big thing, I get to place 1 cube on 1 ambassador. Beautiful. So I'm going to put that there. Japan. Okay, so the Japanese minister, who is the prime minister or the leader of Japan right now? I don't have any idea. Probably should have looked that up, but I didn't know I was going to get Japan. So what this says is I need for the players to have 16 total cards in hand plus the influence. So like between those two things, so I could have 12 cards and 4 influence on here. I could have 12 influence and 4 cards on here to make that happen. However, that's a terrible one for me because this person relies on discarding cards in order to make her money grow, which she's going to do right now because this is a once per turn thing. I don't need play an action to do it. She's going to discard this card that she just pulled. Get out of here. Which means that, oh yeah, she's going to get $1 million for that. So that means I'm not going to have a lot of cards in my hand. So I doubt that I'm going to get I doubt I'm going to influence the Japanese ambassador. I don't even know your name. I've never heard of you. So I'm not even going to bother. I hope that the other ambassadors have something of value, of use that I can move forward with. Okay. I do have one more die. Okay. So I have my card that lets me gain influence, and there's more cards that let me gain influence, which is cool. So think what I want to do is... Okay, I do have money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put replant. So I'm going to pay $1 million, which is the whole point of Varasala. She has a lot of money. And I'm going to remove a tile that is not adjacent to a tiger. I'm going to remove that tile. Which gives, I don't have a lot of space to, kind of roll for tiles. So I'm going to kind of ease up the pressure on this top row over here. All right, so that is my 3 cards. We're going to have to live with that. Okay, so I got die over here. I'm going to roll these 2 mating pairs, so I need 3 or below. Oh, man, these tigers are sterile. They haven't really done anything. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, lady. I don't see you having much success either. So didn't get that. All right, so I definitely have to roll for the deforestation, so I'm going to pick that roll again. 5. All right, wow. So I would have had that anyway, but so the deforestation is definitely concentrated on the north end of the Serengeti. So that's actually pretty good. I can definitely work with that. So second to last thing is the impact. The impact is anyone. Save the tigers. Any one player must pay $3 million to discard 1 active persistent impact. That is exactly how much of Arasala left with herself. Good thing that came up. So I'm going to clear the last clear cutting. So if the protester, on the ground was, getting the attention of the media and putting, kind of social pressure, Arasala is working the back channels and seeing who she needs to bribe in order to get Shinra out of there. There is no longer any corporation causing trouble for the animals. That's really good. Going to pull another card. Fundraising. Each player gains $1 million. That's a one-time effect. So, like, you can have cards that are actions, but they're also cards that are just one-time effect. Seems like weak sauce, especially because I'm only 2 players. Man, they should have adjusted this card for 2 players. You can't have everything. All right. So I am going to finish up. That was my year 2. Okay. So we are going to take those back. Get Avarasala's dice back. Get Holden's dice back over to him. Remember, when we move years, we kind of flip the player order. So that means that Avarasala is actually going to go begin, sorry about that, for year 3. And we're going to just kind of make it happen. Cool. All right, so we're going to roll again. Okay, 5. Okay, that's... I think I'm doing pretty good. So the other reason I wanted to get lots of actions out on the table is because just in case the first player rolls high, it opens up options so that the other player can actually go. Their options are a little bit more limited, but, that is the game. You can't kind of do too much with that. Okay, so then I kind of know what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed through this to a little bit faster. First of all, I'm going to use my power. I'm going to discard this weak sauce card. Bye-bye. Get $1 million. Second thing I'm going to do, gonna go to work or tell somebody else to go to work because I don't go to work. And then I'm going to gain $2 million. I am back up to $3 million. Beautiful. Going to So that was one action plus my free action. And then I'm going to take my second. I'm going to go to my own thing, green companies. So she is going to pay $1 million and get more influence. So she is working the back channel. She is seeing who she can influence over here. So she's going to take an influence and uncover the second. I don't have to do this. Matter of fact, just to kind of underscore the point, because I don't have to do it in order, I'm going to just, go to this first green one over here. So I'm going to do that. Germany. Oh, me and Angela go way back. I remember when she was in Oxford. Yes, she was a little bit younger than me, and she was full of spitfire, and she couldn't really calm herself down, but we had such a good time. We remained good friends to this day. I am so glad to see the Germans. Okay, so Germany. So this is a different way of fulfilling a victory condition, a little bit more randomness. So then what you're going to do, you roll 2 dice, and then you take the greater one. So if I roll a 1 and a 3, I'll take the 3. And then I add the influence, and then if that adds 8 or more, then I win the victory. So I want to get a couple of influence on here, maybe 4 or 5, just to make sure I kind of clear the 8 threshold. Beautiful. All right. So that, and also as part of that Green Companies thing, I draw another card. All right. The card is Research. Reveal the top card of the impact deck, and then discard it or put it back on top. I'm okay with that. Don't think I need to do that too much. So what I'm actually going to do is the replant action. Because of clear cutting came out, I have a couple of extra deforestation tiles. So I'm going to pay the $1 million. Oh, man, she's getting money and spending it, spending it. And I'm going to take away this tile that came out last turn. Great. All right, so let's go through the steps again. So there's 2 of them. Over here, I want to roll 3 or below. Come on. There he is. Come on. Yeah, score. So we got a new tiger over here. We're going to say that this tiger, this one paired, and then this one's going to wander over here. And I'll show you why I did it that way in a second. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to roll this row now because there's one tiger over here. You cannot choose an empty row. I can't choose this one. Has to be a row with a tiger in it because the deforesters apparently are really mean. They want not only do they want to clear the forest for their factories or they want to start killing tigers. So that's what a bunch of creeps they are. Okay, so let me fix that up here. There you go. No, that tiger he did his thing. He was feeling real good about himself. He wandered over here and then, no animals were actually harmed in the filming of this playthrough. So just meeples. So that's a shame, but I'm actually kind of glad that happened just to kind of show you guys what the impact is there. Okay, so the impact. All right, so fragmentation. It's a persistent impact, so it's going to sit here. When a tiger sighting card enters play, lose 1 animal adjacent to a deforestation tile. So this guy or this guy or this guy. Not too bad. Again, I don't need to have the board completely full of tigers. I just need a few out there. Unless I have an influence card that tells me that I need a bunch of animals out there. But I think, especially because I have Holden out there, he's going to move a bunch of animals. I think this card is okay to kind of hang out for a little bit. It's not as devastating to me, I don't think, as clear cutting. All right, draw another card to end the turn. Ooh, once gain 4 million. That's more like it. I'm probably just going to do that next turn. But that is next of our Salas next turn. Let's go to Holden. All right, welcome back. Here's Holden. I should probably get that out of the way. That's been sitting there the whole time, hasn't it? So I'm going to indicate that he goes. It is the second turn of round 3. So he is going to roll his dice and get going. Okay, less. So that is normally pretty terrible, but I'm trying to be really good about spreading out my dice so that they're not going to the same places and doing the same things. Not just the role-playing thing. It's definitely game effects over there. So what Holden wants to do is... I still don't really know what the other ambassadors want. That gray one over there tends to key off of, this is a choice of 3 over there, so I chose one randomly. They tend to key off of having a lot of animals, kind of around. So I'm just going to do that. So the first thing is I'm going to play a card from my hand. Okay, I happen to know what card I want to play. This is Adopt an Animal. Discard a card from your hand. Then move the 2 animals up to 2 spaces each. Excellent card. Okay, so then I'm going to stick that over there. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so then I'm going to use my second card to actually do that. So I'm going to discard Canvassing. Canvassing, normally a pretty good card, but he's going to be broke. I don't anticipate him having a lot of money just throughout the game, so we're going to get rid of that into his discard pile. And also making the Japan thing even worse. I'm never going to get that fulfill the condition of the Japan guys, because I'm discarding cards all over the place. But I get to move 2 animals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him out of there. We're going to go here, and we're going to move that guy over here. I can move him up to 2 spaces, but I think I'm just going to kind of concentrate, because it looks like the deforestation tiles are kind of the way I'm playing, guiding towards the edge. Okay. Speaking of Japan, we are so disdainful of what's going on with the Japan over there. I'm going to use my power. Once per turn, I can move 1 influence from an ambassador. All right, guys, we're going to completely ignore you. Just look the other way while we do whatever we got to do with the tigers. Okay. All right, we're going to remove that guy, and we're going to add an animal to an empty space. So an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. So what we're going to add the animal over here. All right, I do have 1 die left. I am actually going to go to Avarasalla's charity. I know that he is loath to leave his animals, but I think that we have 1, 2, 3 mating pairs at this point, and only 3 tigers in the reserve. Don't need to really move them around. So I think I'm doing pretty good on animals. I'm going to get $1 million over here. Maybe he'll get a shower with that $1 million, and she is just going to add it to her pile. Varsal only has $2 million at this point, but that money easy come, easy go for her. All right, so that was 3 actions. So let's go ahead and roll. I got 1, 2, 3 pairs. See if I can roll a 4 or below. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah, I can feel love. Okay, so we are going to get a mating pair that way, and he's going to wander this way. Deforestation. I'm actually going to roll this row right here. Lots of clear spaces to be able to clear it for the deforestation tile. Wow, that deforestation tile is nowhere to be found. So that's a really, really good roll. All right, impact. Tiger sighting. So tiger sighting is the one that triggers the persistent effects. Okay, when a tiger sighting card at play, lose 1 animal adjacent to a deforestation tile. I'm okay with that. I have so many animals out there. Actually, from a game perspective, I'm okay with that. No, those dirty rats, those dirty shit rats. I thought we got rid of you. No. Lost the tiger, but that's okay. We can kind of replace that. He has no cards in hand. He's going to draw a card to end his turn. Ooh, collect specimens. Lose 1 animal. Then choose 1 active persistent impact card and discard it or put it on top of the impact deck. Okay, not terrible, especially considering I have a lot of animals out here. So, okay, so at the end of 3 rounds, remember I have more than half the game to go. It stinks that I don't know what the people want, the ambassadors yet, because I didn't get a lot of research cards out, but I'm feeling good about my animals, feeling good about the state of the deforestation tiles, have a lot of cards, extra actions over here, so I think I'm looking pretty good. Okay, so let's go to round 4. All right, so let's get this going. Okay, low. That was a 3. I saw that. That was a 3. You guys saw that, right? That was a 3. Low, good. So if I did want to share a space, I def have that available to me. Okay, so I think it's really important. I think that was a mating pair, right? Sure, we're going to call that a mating pair. I think it's really important at this point to try to double up on the influence that I can like reveal as many as possible. So even though it's kind of a little bit against type, not really. I think he's gonna be like, you know what, this is going too slow. You're trying to work your back channels and you're trying to, bribe people, and I'm just gonna barge in and see what people want. Haha. Here we go. Has his $1,000,000. He's gonna bribe the guard. So he's going to go here. Actually, because I'm actually going to use Green Company. So the philanthropist will pay $1,000,000. Actually, wow. I don't even need to use my money. I could use the philanthropist money. Okay, I am going a little bit slow. And then I draw a card. Holden draws a card. Go to work. That looks like discard fodder to me. And I get to place an influence on an ambassador. I'm going to place it on, I pointed out that gray card has, keys off of animals or some kind of animal thing. So here we go. China. All right. Check the board, animals in play plus influence. So I actually fulfill the condition right now because I've been pretty good about maintaining animals, and because there's way more than 10, 3, 6, 9, 12. Plus influence. I probably don't even need any influence on here as long as he does his job and keeps the animals out there. So I didn't know that Xi Jinping was a fan of animals, but apparently he is, as concerned about the environment as anybody. Or maybe it's just like a deputy. Maybe there's somebody, the Communist Party doesn't really care about tigers or anybody or anything. They just want to industrialize and get their economy going. But maybe there's like a guy, a dissident, an ambassador who while Xi Jinping's not looking, he wants to promote tigers and wildlife and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about that one, and that one keeps the influence there. I'm feeling so good about it that while I'm visiting with the Chinese ambassador, I'm going to say, you know what, you're kind of on the outs with your people anyway. What I'm going to do is you help me out over here. I'm going to take that away, use my zoologist power. Once per turn, I could take away an influence token and add an animal. Okay, so thank you very much. You really helped me out over there. I'm going to put an animal right there. I'm going to name him, I don't want to be offensive or anything. I was going to name the ambassador, but I'll skip that. Thank you very much, Chinese ambassador. You've added another animal to the board. Beautiful. Wow, that actually worked out pretty good. I feel much better about this. Cool. Let's see. I think I want to do the same thing because he does have $1,000,000. He's going to go to replant. He's going to take this because I know I want to keep my animals in play high. So I'm going to remove a deforestation tile that is not adjacent to an animal. Let's get that going. And the last thing I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to move an animal one space. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move 2 animals. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to use the advanced version of that action, which is adopt an animal. I'm going to discard a card, this go to work card, which is discard fodder if I ever saw it, because it's already out there. He doesn't care about money. So he's going to move 2 animals 2 spaces. So what he's going to do, he's going to move this animal away from this deforestation tile. So that makes it vulnerable to get. And I'm going to start rolling deforestation tiles away from the other animals, which is great. Let's make another mating pair. Can you feel the love? I should probably come up with more love songs that have to do with tigers. There's not a lot of them. I think that's the only one. Okay, that is all 3 of his dice. Let's roll. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 mating pairs. I can only fail on a 6. Beautiful. So many animals. So I put them here, and then he's gonna wander out. Male tiger feeling pretty good about himself. He's gonna wander out. Beautiful. Okay, deforestation. So I move this tiger over here. Here's the brave tiger that's gonna head off all of the deforesters over here. He's gonna be like, all right, come at me, bro. Come at me. Ah ha ha ha. You missed me by that much. Okay. Tiger sighting. So tiger sighting, as we said, triggers this thing. When a tiger sighting enters play, lose 1 animal adjacent to a deforestation tile. Ooh, he spoke too soon. I could lose him, but I actually want this guy out here. You know what? I'll keep the mating pair together. It's like, oh no, I thought I dodged you. Oh. I'm off to some living room, delayed back there in a piece of rich person's rug. All right, that was mean. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so that was it. He's going to draw another card. The card is Migration Studies. Move up to 3 different animals, 1 space each. Whew, that's a one-time thing. I don't need an action for that. So this is a good kind of get-out-of-jail-free card. If I get too much deforestation, which I might just kind of lean away from. I've been clearing them. I didn't have to. I could have focused more on influence. I've been mostly focusing on the board over here. I might pay for that, but that's okay. Still kind of before the halfway point in the game. So I might play this just to kind of get out of jail, rearrange the board, so I'm going to definitely keep that around. All right, so let us reintroduce Avarsala. That is round 4, turn 2. Here she comes. All right, we are in round 4, turn 2. Avarsala is back, and she only has $1 million. We cannot tolerate such a state of affairs. So we are going to roll. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I basically have can do what I want to do. A 2-player game, you could generally do what you want to do. You just have to be careful with key spots, right? Okay, so first things first. Money. I have 3 cards in my hand. That use my philanthropist power. I could probably stop showing you that at this point. Going to discard research. I'm not too afraid of what's coming out of the impact deck. Research let me kind of skim it, but I'm going to check it and get another $1 million. So that was her power. So now I can start playing. I'm going to play a card. I'm going to play dividends. I was very excited about this card. Oh, finally! I am finally free of this meager existence. Millions of dollars, up to $6 million. You can't really see it. It's a little bit off the camera, but take my word for it. $6 million. Ha ha. Okay, so let's start spending some of that money. Okay, so then I'm going to do green companies. The philanthropist pays $1 million. She's down to 5. And going to add an influence to an ambassador. So now we're going to keep revealing ambassadors. So I get to put that there. Canada. Oh, my good friend Justin, such a young man. I remember when I knew her as mother and father, and he was destined for great things from the very beginning. Justin Trudeau, such a handsome little boy. All right, what does Canada want? Oh, Canada wants active player cards, actions plus continuous plus the influence. Okay, so continuous. We haven't seen that card yet. It's a personal card that can come out and. Just kind of help things along. Plus influence. That's a lot of influence. There's a lot of cards. It's not terrible. I have 5 cards out right now. I would need 9 more influence or just kind of play more cards, which is not the worst thing in the world. Justin, I will hold you on the phone for just a minute. Mr. Trudeau, I will see. I have to work the room and see if a little bit of a better deal, sweeter deal. Okay, so for my last trick, I think I want more money. I'm going to send one of my peons to work and get 2 million. She is up to 7 million. She feels really good about that. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go through. So the end phase, 1, 2, 3 mating pairs. 4, beautiful. Wow, just made it. Remember, it's mating pairs plus 1. In order to successfully get a mate pair going. So he's going to go here, and he's going to spread here. Okay. And then deforestation, we're going to pick... I'll keep the deforestation down here, actually. So I'm going to pick this row. 1. So if you get a 1, it moves over to the closer to the tiger, which is 2. So that's perfect. That's still perfectly pretty good. I have to be pretty careful. I did get rid of the clear cutting pretty early. Those are the cards that can really multiply deforestation, but my impact deck is kind of like getting thin. You might have to reshuffle. Not too worried about deforestation. Okay, speaking of the impact deck, let's see what's going on here. Poachers lose a number of animals equal to the current year number. No! This is a terrible one. But no more than 3. So it's a year 4. I'm going to lose 3 animals. Oh, good thing that Holden... there. Well, Avarsala is going to start the 5th round. But Holden is going to keep a close eye on that. I have to lose 3 tigers. So I'll lose them around the edges. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I still have 11 animals out there. There are 15 animals total in the stock. The Chinese ambassador wants 10 animals. Not the worst thing in the world. Holden has been doing a very, very good job at the expense of not having a lot of influence, but at least I have a lot of tigers. So that was the impact. She is going to draw a card. Canvassing, pay $3 million, then add 3 influence to 1 ambassador. She's probably going to play this because and it's another reason why I wanted to stock up money, because I knew something like this was coming, so that I can kind of really get going, add to the Germans or, the Canadians and all that kind of thing, and also satisfy the Canadian senator. So she's definitely going to play that next turn, which is now. Round 5. So Varsala is feeling pretty good about things. She has had a big old money turn. It makes her feeling really good about things. Okay. High. Whew. Okay. So generally want to go places where she doesn't think Holden wants to go, which just to kind of, work out where Holden would go. I'm playing a style of game where I'm kind of concentrating the money on one person. So I'm probably going to want to go places that cost money so that it basically clears the way for Holden to do his thing. So this one, this is a little bit of a dangerous move, but I have to play a card, which means that Holden's going to, if he wanted to play a card, which he might have wanted to, he kind of can unless he rolls a 6. So that's where the interaction comes up. I'm going to play a card from my hand. I'm going to play this canvassing card. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So this is a card that, this is an action that Holden definitely can't take because he'll never have the money for that. He's going to do the canvassing, or I'm going to do the canvassing. I'm going to pay the $3 million. This is why money makes the world go round. I can get 3 influence to 1 ambassador. So I'm going to uncover somebody. I know I'm not going to do Japan, so it's pretty likely that I'm going to do one of those 2 that are under. So as opposed to just adding it to German, which I probably would add it to Germany, I'm going to use it to uncover Mexico. Andres Obrador, my old friend. I remember 15 years ago when we used to enjoy each other on the Riviera. You were such a young whippersnapper. You wanted to change the world with your socialism. And how's that working out for you now that you are in power now? Not so great, but well. In fact, we're kind of broke. We could use a lot of money. Yeah, so Mexico is definitely something that I want to influence on because it's influence plus money, and she is going to just pile up the money as much as she can. So even more reason to pile up money. All right, so I got AMLO over there, Andres Obrador from Mexico. I got Angela Merkel. I'm definitely going to check in on her, and China. So those are 3 out of 4s that I can think I can gotta get to a yes to fairly easily. Canada's a little bit rough, but, Justin's a little bit fickle, but I'll, see what's going on there. And I definitely want to uncover the last one. It might be a little bit easy as well. It's green, so it's usually a dice roll. So that means it's, put influence on there. So I might not do it, actually. We'll see how it plays out. Okay, I have 1 more die left. And AMLO needs money. So we are going to get $2 million. There we go. And I can discard a card. I don't think I did this. I'm going to say I did. Because the turns kind of come together pretty functionally. All right, so that is basically it. If maybe I didn't do the discard thing this turn, but I totally lost track because I'm doing a playthrough, so I don't think it'll matter too much. Okay, so first of all, mating. I got 1, 2 pairs. That's not that great, but we'll see. All right, good. Let's get some more tigers out there. Okay, so according to the rule of mating, if I do spawn a tiger, moves over to the space, and remember I've been moving like the male tiger to another space. If they can't move, they must have died from claustrophobia because this one animal is just lost. So all I did was spread them out. I didn't really accomplish too much, but good to know for next time. Okay, cool. So going to roll for deforestation. That guy over here. Actually, you know what? This guy. Only have one tiger over here. And I roll there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Starting to encroach a little bit, but I think I'm still feeling pretty good about how I'm doing there. Okay, let's do some impact. Tiger sighting. Yep, I thought I was going to get that card. This one triggers again, and I lose another tiger. Oh, man, they were doing pretty good, and all of a sudden... all right, looks like Holden is going to have to work some overtime in order to rescue some tigers. All right, let's see how he does. All right, we are back. Holden is about to take his turn. Turn 2 of round 5. Starting to get into the mid-end game over here. And Holden has a task. So I have 10 animals, but I mean, you guys are seeing like I can lose animals pretty quickly, and we're starting to get a little bit more deforestation. So I think he knows what he's supposed to do. He needs to get things going. So the big thing I need to do is I need to roll a 6 because of our solid roll was poor. If I roll a 6, I'll be in decent shape so I can go on the play a card space. If I don't roll a 6, I'm going to have to figure something else out. Oh, well. Because I was going to play this card, the migration. So, move 3 different animals, 1 space each, which is an excellent card. Would have really kind of consolidated some things. But won't be able to do that. Now, will I? Okay. So, yeah, I was hoping to be able to play that card. Okay, whatever. We're going to figure it out. Okay, so first of all, once per turn, I can remove an influence from an ambassador in order to make something happen over here. I'm going to remove it from Mexico. I have a lot of faith in Avarsal's ability to generate money. Avarsal and Andres Obrador seem to be good friends. So I'm going to just take some influence over there, and I'm going to add a tiger next to an empty space. So only 1 mating pair, so I'm going to have to really do something about that. Okay, so second of all, I'm going to adopt an animal. Okay, I'm going to discard a card. Definitely, I want to keep migration studies, definitely, so I have to discard this one. Collect specimens. Yeah, I could have used it to discard an active persistent impact card, but nah, I'm okay. And I'm going to move up to 2 animals, 2 spaces each. So we're actually going to consolidate a little bit. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Look at that. So we got open space over there. We got 3 mating pairs. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay, so that was my thing over here, my zoologist power and a dice. And I'm going to do mating habits over here. Add 1 animal to an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. Boop. Let's get that guy going over there. I definitely want to keep space open now that I know that if they can't wander, they're kind of in trouble. So I could keep on moving animals. I don't have any money. You know what? I don't have any money. Avarsala was nice enough to open that charity. So I'm going to use the last thing to get 1 money for me and 1 money for her, which is really important. Now I know it's important because I opened up the Mexico victory condition, and more money the better. Varsal sitting at 7 million. So we definitely want to build that up as much as possible because that's 7 is short of 12. 7 plus 2 is 9. That's still short of 12. Okay. Pretty good turn. I was able to kind of make the best of it, even though I couldn't go on the play space. All right. So let's get some mating going on. Come on, baby. Yeah! So 1, 2, 3 mating pairs. I got a 4. Wow, what a rally. What a rally. Did I mess myself up over here? This is what happens when you do a playthrough, right? I thought I had all this open space, but I ended up locking in all the mating pairs, so the mating pairs actually can't go anywhere. No matter where I place it, I'm going to end up losing one. So, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, especially when you are trying to do lots of things at once. Oh, well. Okay, so let's roll for deforestation. I'm going to roll here. Lots of clear space over there. That's a 1. So you see the board is encroaching, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job despite, my failure over here. of keeping that in order. Impact. Fragmentation. Another fragmentation card. Ugh. Okay, so we're going to have to start dealing with these. So draw a card. Reveal the top card of the impact deck. I might want to manage that a little bit better. And I also would help me with the Canada thing by like the more cards I have over here, the more closer I am to victory with Canada. We'll see. All right, so let's move to another round. Okay, so we're going to roll first. 4-4-2. Okay, it could have been better. It could have been worse. At least I have a 2 in there, so kind of keep things open. All right, so... So I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put play over here. I'm going to do that thing that I wanted to do last turn. Migration studies. Okay, so migration study says move up to 3 animals, 1 space each. So that's a one-time effect. I'm going to move that guy, because this is nice and clear over here. I'm going to make sure it's clear. I'm going to move that guy over here. Going to really make sure that's clear over here. And I'm going to move that guy over here. Lots of mating pairs. Try to repopulate as much as possible. Keep things clear. That was a really, really good card to play. Okay, so number 2, just to kind of keep things really going, because I really want the animals to be out. Actually, you know what? I need influence, man. It's tough, right? It's tough. Do I want to keep this? You know what? Only Holden is caring about this. So I'm gonna make. Let's just keep with the motif. I could pay. I have 1 million here. I could pay. I could use the card that gets me more influence, but I'm just gonna try to focus on more animals. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replant. I'm gonna pay the 1 million that he has. He never has more than 1 million, which is fine. And he's going to remove a deforestation tile, which he's going to remove the tile here. So I'm going to keep on rolling on this row. So I'm going to keep on going for that. Okay. So that was 2. Okay. So number 3, I would like to play this research card, but I'm not going to use the zoologist power. I'm going to keep the influence there as it is. I like where my animals are at this point. I don't think I want to spend time. I'm actually going to do the thing that I said I was going to do before. I'm going to go to the philanthropist space. So the philanthropist pays 1 million, which she is. Avara Sala has plenty of money. Oh, I have so much money now. I could. Let's just keep it rolling in. Wait a minute. You know what? Because money is an influence, I'm not going to do the opposite. I'm going to get money. I'm going to go to charity. He's going to get his $1 million back. She's going to get another $1 million. Oh, me and Andres are just going to be sailing on the Riviera forever with all the money that we're going to collect together. And that is his turn. Cool. All right. So I'm feeling pretty good about this now. So I got 5 pairs. I don't even have to roll this. So whatever. And I've got plenty of room. So I'm going to put that guy here. I think I can avoid kind of what's happening over there. So I'm going to move that guy over there. Beautiful. All right. Lessons learned. I'm going to roll over here. 1, 2, 3. I got deforestation tile. That's creeping in, but I feel okay about that. I didn't get a chance to address these 2, but whatever. All right. If all players discard a card from their hand, you may reveal a face-down ambassador. Anti-poaching patrol. This guy's on my side. This guy's coming up to me and he says, hey, I got some intel over here. I need some things in order for me to scratch your back. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I know I'm an environmentalist, but, even environmentalists got to eat. I don't really do a lot with my cards. I've just totally... Japan is just not in the play at all. She has cards. Avara Sala has cards. She is going to discard one of her cards. She actually drew this off screen, but I'm not going to play it. So I'm going to discard that. He's going to discard research. And I am going to reveal a face-down ambassador. Thank you very much, Mr. Anti-Poacher. Brazil. Not bad. Not bad. I roll 1 die and plus the influence if it comes to 6. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty easy, especially because I have this space over here, the canvassing, pay 3 million, add 3 influence to the ambassador. That's actually pretty good. That would get me, I could pretty much set myself up, but I don't have a lot of turns left, so so much to consider. But at least I know all of the ambassador. I think that was worth it. I'm going to draw a card. Protest. Remove 1 influence to remove 2 destruction tiles. That's a pretty good one. It would get me closer to Canada. Have to decide. Okay. Have to decide. So I'm definitely going for Mexico. Definitely going for Germany. Probably going for Germany. Definitely going for China. So I have to decide among Canada, Germany, and Brazil what I'm going for. So if I'm going for Canada, I need to play this card. If I'm just going to go for Germany and Brazil and just go for lots of influence and rolls, okay. But anyway, so that's my decision point right now. I don't have to decide right now. All I have to do is bring out the rich lady and see what she can do. Varsala is back. We are in the getting close to the back third of the game. I think I am making a decision over here in terms of how I want to play it. I'm definitely going to go full speed ahead on influence. Just want to I'm going to go full speed ahead as much as possible on influence. So I'm going to ignore, for the most part, the impact. I'm going to rely on Holden to kind of manage the tiger population. I still have a pretty clear zone over here, despite the mistake I was making. Look, I have 14 animals out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 animals out there. I only need 10 for the China condition. So I think with Holden's expertise, I think I can manage that. And the fragmentation, I can manage it without actually having to do anything to deal with it. And Varsala is going to focus on money and influence. That's it, money and influence. So that's what's going to happen. Okay, first of all, Gala Fundraiser, once per turn. I can discard a card and gain 1 million. Yo, baby. Let's make that happen. Okay, so that was outside of her turn. We're going to roll. Okay, good roll. Just in case I want to play a card, which I can. Because I'm going to do green companies first. The philanthropist pays 1 million, and then the active player draws a card. The card is donate. When after a player rolls any die, you may pay 2 million to add or subtract 1 from that die. That may be pretty good. Does a couple of things. So it's a continuous, so it's like a personal power, and it would get me closer to the Canada win condition. So I will definitely hold on to that and see if I have to do anything with that. Okay, so I drew a card, and then I can add 1 influence to an ambassador. That ambassador will be Germany. So let's kind of make that, let's amp that up over there. Let us, okay, I got 2 6s, so I can go basically anywhere I want. I'm going to pay 3 million and add 3 influence to one ambassador. We're going to just add that to Angela, my friend. So get pretty good. Once again, just as a reminder, in order to win that condition, I'm going to roll 2 dice. I'm going to take the better one, and it has to add up to 8. So I have 5 on there. I'd have to roll a 3. One of the 2 dice I have to roll will be a 3 in order to get that condition. I'm feeling pretty good about being able to do that. And I get 2 cracks at it. I could do it at year 8 or year 9. So I may add like 1 more to that one, but I'm feeling pretty good about that. I have to spend 3 money in order to do that, but I'm going to get 2 back. Because I'm going to place it on go to work, and Varsala is sitting on 7 million. I know it's off the board, but just take my word for it, 7 million. So that is what she is going to do. Sorry, for this integrity of the playthrough, I should have put her player marker right there. Okay, so let's try to not kill too many of my tigers. I'm going to roll 1 right over here, which is why I spread them out that way. That's a 1. The 1 goes down to 2, so that's kind of expected. Although I should have rolled for mating first. So I have 4, 5. That's a 5. If I roll a 6, I would have failed, but I did not fail. I'm going to spread that guy over here. and go here. I want keep that clear to let them spawn for the last rounds. Okay, impact card. Poachers lose a number of animals equal to the current year. Man, they're not making this easy. Oh, boy. So this is getting a little bit crowded, so I'm going to lose. Okay, equal to the current year maximum of 3, which is why I got rid of 3. So now I'm down to 10 animals on the board. So Holden needs to get busy, but Holden's not going to go until the second turn of round 7. You have to draw a card. Sign petition. Oh, wow. This is almost last, down to the nitty gritty of her deck. Add 1 influence to 1 ambassador. I'm probably going to play that. And keep it moving. Okay, cool. Decent. So good. I'm going to just put the 6 somewhere where Holden's never going to go. And then I have 2 1s, which is perfect. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to play a card. I'm going to sign petition. So then, there you go. We're going to get that, add 1 influence to 1 ambassador. We are going to put the 1 on that. Yeah, I'm going to put it there because I don't have to pay. Taking money out of my pool is definitely something that I want to avoid because the 2 other ways I have to add influence make me pay. So that's nice to be able to just like kind of put influence on and not have to pay. I'm going to finish off Germany. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on there. I would have to roll double 1 snake eyes in order to fail Germany now. I think I'm pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have to roll snake eyes. Might be overkill, but I think I'm pretty good on that. And then the last one, I mean, money. There we go. Okay, so just as a stock of what I'm going to do, Germany's locked down. Mexico, I'm really working on. I have 9 million in addition to the 2 squares over there. I'm probably going to get more money, so I think Mexico's okay. China, that is all Holden. That is all Holden. So hopefully he can make that a little bit better over there. I don't think there's too many more that card that just eliminates 3 animals. Just like that's pretty crazy. And Holden's going to spend his turn kind of like populating the animals anyway. So I think I'm doing pretty good there. All right. Okay. So let's roll. 6, missed the roll. So that's the first time I've been infertile for a little bit. That's fine. Going to roll over here because it's just the one lonely guy over here. Pretty good chance that he's going to bite it, but it's okay. 6 goes to 5. Ooh, yeah. I'm not gonna go down that easy. And impact. Any one player may pay 3 million. Oh wow, I totally missed that this was in here to get rid of 1 persistent impact. Tough. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna rely. I'm gonna not pay that. Me and Andres just have too much use for this money. Don't you know it's so expensive to save the environment? We can't just go throwing money after every single logging permit and every single tiger. Think of the big picture. And Holden's like, you cheap. You're going to let the Serengeti fall because you're so cheap? You and your Mexican friend? Oh. I know this is supposed to be a cooperative game, but even among people who are aligned in their interest, they can disagree. Okay, so Avarsala is not going to do that. She's going to keep her money. Then she's going to draw a card, her last card of the deck, so she reshuffles. Recycle, pay 1 million, then draw a card and play a card. Okay, that was not too bad. All right, we are going to get Holden back in there. Let's see what kind of magic he can work to get some more tigers. Okay, all right, here he comes. What happened? There's a deforestation everywhere. I'm going to have to save my tigers, my poor tigers. All right, well, that is your job, isn't it, Holden? Cool. So I have to roll his dice, which is not too bad. I don't think I have a card to play. I don't think I want to play this protest card. The think I need all, because this protest card is this one card that he has in his hand. It's remove an influence to remove 2 destruction tiles. Really a card, but I think I need all the influence I can get at this point. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to play it. So once per turn, I'm actually removing influence. Like I have cards and effects that remove influence, so I don't want anything that removes even more influence. So I've made a decision. I'm going to ignore the Canada. Poor Justin. And Justin sitting there going, I thought we had a deal. I thought I was charismatic enough and pretty enough to be able to bring it to the table. And Alvaro Salas having none of it. No, your demands are too high. 14 cards and some influence. I have other better things to do. So we have banished away Canada. Once per turn, he's going to remove an influence with his zoologist power, just for reference right over here. And I can add 1 animal to an empty space adjacent to a mating pair. I cleared out a bunch of animals this way, so I'm going to add it here. Okay. I did that for a couple of reasons. One is I can start rolling on this side, which doesn't threaten that many animals, and I still have some space over here to do my thing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go mating habits. I'm going to add 1 animal. Do basically the same effect. So I'm going to add that animal over there. Okay. So I'm going to... Okay, so I'm going to say, again, I need money, so I'm going to go to charity. I'm going to gain 1 million. And then Alvaro Salas is going to gain 1 million. So right now, Alvaro Salas is sitting there at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 million. Hoo-hoo, yeah. That doesn't seem right, but I'm going to take my word for it because I've been trying to keep track of the money as best I can. Okay, she's at 11 million right now, which is pretty good. She's definitely doing it in good shape with the Mexico. Okay. So he is going to do that charity thing, and he's going to pay the 1 million that he has. He's always eternally broke holding. It's all for the Tigers. It's all for the Tigers. And remove that guy. Remember, I can remove, Replant says I can remove a deforestation tile, but not adjacent to any animal. That's what's going to happen. So now what that did was, I actually kind of planned that a little bit better this time. So I have places for the mating pairs to migrate, and I also have clear lanes for deforestation so I don't get hurt too much. So that was pretty good. If I don't say so myself. Okay, so let's roll for offspring. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I was about to say I nailed it. Whoa, the puns. So that guy's going to go here, and you're going to spread over here. I'm going to roll on this over here because it's nice and clear. I have 5 chances to not have my guy hurt. That could have been better, but that's okay. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay. Impact, the last impact card of the deck. Okay, so when a Tiger sighting enters, remove 1 influence from an ambassador. Ooh, okay, I would think I want to get rid of that because I have not been very good with influence at all. So, yeah, I'm not going to have to do something about that. Okay. Oh, man, I'm really bad at this. That should have been over here. That's in terms of second turn of round 7. So we're going to reset and get to round 8. All right, here I am at round 8, but at the end of round 7, I get to draw a card, sign petition. I might need that one. Actually, I won't. I'm not going for Canada anymore. I'm just going to load up Brazil and go for these 4 over there, so I'm not going to play that. I may discard a card for any reason, which I might. That's definitely fodder for that. Wow, so much to do. And I don't have a way of getting rid of the these active influences. I did reshuffle the impact deck, so I might get that thing where I pay $3 million to get rid of an impact thing, but I might just make that skip again because, because I need the money for Mexico. Okay. I'll just kind of keep going from here. Okay, so I'm not going to get rid of any influence. That is the last time I'm going to do that, probably. And also, I'm in year 8. This is a voting year. So if at the end of Varasala's turn, I am going to establish workout victory conditions. So I'm feeling really good about China. I have 12 animals out there, or 13 animals out there, actually. I think I've laid them out well enough, so I'm not going to lose a lot. Yes, I'm very well aware that these guys don't have a lot of places to mate. I'll definitely fix that throughout the turn, but I have a feeling I'm not going to lose that many animals. I think China's in the bag. Brazil, I have to load up, so we'll see how that goes. So first things first, going to nail that charity space once again. $1 million for the zoologist, $1 million for Varasala. And by the way, Mexico is total money, so it does include Holden's money. So if he does scraggle along with $1 million, that will definitely help. Okay, so we are going to adopt an animal. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard signed petition. Probably don't need that. And I'm going to move 2 animals. So I'm going to try to reset the board in a way that I have a lot of room. So I'm going to move that guy over here. And so one thing I haven't been doing, and I might just do this now just for illustration's sake, I can move a 3rd animal in here. And I can actually move a 4th one, and that becomes 2 mating pairs. That might be the thing that I want to do just to kind of get the clutter away from the board. I'm not going to roll on, these column over here. I'm going to declutter the board a little bit. So I'm going to move them kind of closer together. I have 3. I feel pretty good about the roll. So I think I'm going to just do that for now. And then for my last trick, I am going to add an influence to an ambassador. I'm going to start Brazil. There we go. Okay. So then that's 1, 2, 3. This is still 3. It's only 3. But if there was 2 pairs, it would be 4. But now, so it's 3 mating pairs. I have to roll 4 below. Got it. Okay. So then it's going to go over here. They're going to go over there. I'm going to roll on the 2. 6. Perfect roll. Perfect roll. Excellent. Let's see what the impact happens. Hopefully it's not tiger sighting. It's tiger sighting. Okay, so I have to do this twice. So I have to lose 2 tigers. I'm going to lose 2 tigers over here. And also, that's from fragmentation. And then also, when a tiger sighting, remove 1 influence from 1 ambassador. Oh, let's rely on some money. Definitely, Varasala's. I've been hammering the money, so I think that we're going to have to just do $12 million just without any cubes on there whatsoever, because I think I'm not going to be able to get rid of government upheaval. I think that's okay. Okay, so let's get a Varasala on here and hopefully end this game after the next turn. I'm pretty bad at that whole upkeep thing. At the end of upkeep, I was supposed to draw a card for Holden. I did draw a card for Holden. It was completely useless. Don't even worry about it. It's another go to work, of which I already have a copy. And I also want to retcon the one of the tigers I moved away. I'm going to actually remove this tiger instead of this tiger because I want to have the option of rolling on this thing for the 1 tiger. I might not lose it. Okay, so that's all the setup, kind of game mechanics over here. And I'm actually going to remember to put the player token on there. So I'm going to begin turn 2 of round 8 with a Varasala. Oh, I'm awash with money. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Right now, I meet the condition for the Mexico, whatever is going on up there with AMLO, Andres Obrador. But I'm going to do some things that will kind of manipulate me. So, okay, so let's roll some dice. It's kind of inconsequential what the numbers are at this point because I have enough action spaces. So we're going to go first here. We're going to go to canvassing, pay $3 million, and then add 3 influence to 1 ambassador. So we're going to pay 3. And then we're going to add 3 influence to the Brazil. So it's Brazil, roll 1 die result. You can just roll it. 4 influence plus the 1. Plus if I roll a 1, I would miss it. But if I rolled anything but a 1, I think I'm feeling pretty good about Brazil over there. But that did cost me $3 million to do. The second thing I'm going to do is going to I actually can't add influence because of what... Oh, man, I totally screwed that up, and I'm not going to retcon. I should have put the 5 on adopt an animal and the 1 on sign petition. Because I have this 5 here, I can't put anything there. Wow, did I mess that up? Oh, well. Okay, so actually, all right, so I have 2 dice, but I also have my power. I'm going to use my power, get rid of recycle, get out of here, and add 1 million, so that's nice. I'm going to go here, go to work. I'm going to add 2 million, so that gets me back. I paid it 3 million, so I have the 3 million back. So that actually gets you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 million plus 1 on Mexico. That gets me back to where I need to be with them. Germany, I need to roll not snake eyes in order to win that. Brazil, I need to roll not a 1 to win that. And China, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm feeling really good about being able to get that 10 over there. So at 1 die, is Varasala going to get her hands dirty? Is she going to actually do an action that moves an animal around? That'd be completely hilarious. Oh, let's see. Okay. All right. I don't need to. The most I could lose is 1. Unless something terrible happens. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I still have the fragmentations to deal with. Fragmentation is when a card to play, lose an animal adjacent to the deforestation tile. I still could lose a lot of animals. So yes, she is definitely going to move some animals around. So she's going to go here. Good thing I put a 1 over there. She's going to discard a card. She's going to discard donate. And Holden, where are you? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just boo. Boo, tiger, boo. Okay. So let's get mating pair over. No, that's kind of a trap over there. So actually, what we're going to do, we can move 2 spaces. So we're going to do that. I have to save that. Oh. Okay, we're going to move this. 1, 2. Remember, we could stack animals. Let's see what happens. So this is definitely kind of coming down to the wire over here. I think I have the win unless the cards really screw me. So I'm going to roll. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mating pairs. I need a 5 or below. 6, of course. Oh. All right. I'm going to roll here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, this is good. Working out terribly for me. And then what does the impact say? Clear cutting. Oh, wow. That's really good. It's a persistent impact. It just goes in the row. But if I'm good, it's not going to trigger. Draw a card. It's the last turn of round 8. Now I get to, let's resolve some of this stuff. Okay, so 1, 2. So first of all, Mexico. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have $11 million. And Mexico has 1 influence. That is a yes vote. Okay, Germany. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes on there. I have to roll 2 dice and take the higher. The higher, they're both 3. That gets me to 9, which is above 8. That's a yes. China is a yes. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Just a yes. 1 above. Now the big one is Brazil. A 1 out of 6. If I roll a 1, I'm going to be really mad. Because I have 4 cubes on here, and then it's the dice total plus the influence. 4 cubes plus the dice roll. It has to be 6. Let's see. Yes. Wow. It came down to the final roll. I had a pretty good chance at it, so it wasn't that much drama. But, man, what would have happened if I had missed that roll? But I did not. So I did not miss the roll. Japan and Canada can get out of here. I have yes votes from Andrés Obrador from Mexico, Angela Merkel of Germany. I didn't even say Jair Bolsonaro from Brazil, who really doesn't care about this stuff. So I'm definitely Brazil and China really don't. They're not going along with this. So I'm definitely dealing with undersecretaries and ambassadors and people who are not their leaders. But thank you to Avara Sala, the philanthropist. and her gathering all that money and doing all that philanthropy. And thank you to, sorry about that. Thank you to Holden for his wizardry in putting together some of these tigers and keeping them together and keeping them mating and everything. I have won this introductory game of Endangered. So I really hope that you guys had as much fun as I did with this playthrough. The Kickstarter should be launching soon. There's a Kickstarter for another expansion, more modules, more mechanisms and everything. I'm probably going to have that. I'll introduce that. I mentioned that in the intro. I'll probably have a note in the comments. Speaking of comments, go ahead. Feel free to comment. Comment on the mechanisms. If I get anything wrong, I'm pretty sure people are going to point that out. I have a feeling I wasn't supposed to have so much money with the philanthropist, but we're just going to move on from there. Would have played that a little bit differently, but that's okay. All right. Well, this is Jason signing off. Thank you so much for taking the ride with me. Later, everybody.